Hi, my name is Jasmine. I decided to watch Star Wars for the first time. I did also decide to watch in chronological order, so I have finished the prequel series. I'm about to start the original series. She's starting right into the action here. Okay, that's Princess Leia. See, I'm cultured. Okay, they're descending into a planet. This is where Luke is gonna be, right? I believe so. Here's one, where's the other? Oh, they know each other. Okay, someone played Daddy's Home. Not because he's her father. I'm gonna stop talking. Someone needs to tell them that splitting up is never the answer. What the fuck is this? These remind me, if you've ever seen Wizards of Waverly Place, where that like movies episode where there's a little guy with a blow dryer, that's what these are reminding me of. Okay, we found our other protagonist. Imagine you living in this little village town, being a farmer, and your twin sister got sent to be a princess. It's really the short straw in this deal of like this parent trap arrangement. I was really concerned they were going to be split up for a second. I feel so much better. Why am I so emotionally attached to these little robots? Ben Kenobi, could this be a son? What is it? Not Elias. Elias? Alias! Also, the only place that I know this, like, the You're My Only Hope clip from is Pretty Little Liars. Which I think the references I'm making say a lot about me as a person. Okay, Obi-Wan, dead, according to these people. But, let me pause, actually. The last video I made where I was saying that I thought Obi-Wan was going to die in the battle scene, like the duel at the end. Someone left a comment that was like, oh, you clearly haven't seen the other movies. And yeah, I haven't. I was watching in chronological order. So, my guess is he's still going to be alive. Is it Ben? I don't know. It's him, right? Probably. It's me. I am him. Oh, no. Yes. What? Was his mind wiped? Oh, I guess he was he not like its rightful owner technically? Is that where we're going off on? FYI, him Loki crushing on his sister, suddenly I'm not that weird for thinking that they were love interests. He thought they were about to be love interests too. Okay, this is one thing I actually do know. There's about to be like droid racism, right? A professor of mine showed it to us in an anthropology class. And we like dissect that, and I was like, I never seen Star Wars. A lot of people had it. We were told like you don't need to know anything, you don't need to know the plot for you to analyze this. And yeah, it was racism towards machines. Yes, right there. Han Solo, I know this name. I also was told that him and Princess Leia have a great romance. They have one at Disneyland. On the previously discussed topic of Disneyland, I feel like I will now have a greater appreciation for it. I've never been on Smuggler's Run, quite frankly, because I don't care in the wait times. I'm not waiting in that. But now I kind of want to go. So I'm just eating my lunch. But I wanted to say this movie feels a lot different than the other ones. Like those three definitely felt like they existed in their own world, whereas this one feels like they're in sets. And obviously that just comes with like technology, time, and then an established fan base. They obviously were going to spend a lot more money on those. But that is something I have noticed. Oh, that's unfortunate. This just made me realize something. Every single movie that I think I've ever watched where there is like AI, specifically like robots, even if they're like in humanoid form, they all take like an evil turn to some degree. Here, there is no like evil droid, really. At least not explicitly. Like there was in that second movie, like the army, when they were in like the gladiator stuff, but I feel like those are programmed to be fighters, so that's different. Actually, you know what? The more I think about this, I feel like just R2 and C3PO are kind of like the outliers in these scenarios. But I'm also sure that there's this like foreshadowing for something later in the series where a droid is going to rip an arm out of a socket. Stuff is about to get interesting. Oh, he said my son's here. I know because my ovary's tingling. I know men don't have ovaries, don't worry. Oh my god, this dude needs to chill. He's going to scare her. Imagine having a crush on your twin sister. Like, that's something he's definitely going to have to talk to, like, a therapist about. Do therapists exist in this world? This is about to be a big moment for this kid. Not her being kind of flirtatious. He is kind of short for a stormtrooper. Oh, the feeling was because of Obi-Wan and the Force, not because his father instincts were tingling. Oh my god, I don't think I'm ready for the feelings I'm gonna experience when Darth Vader finally comes in contact with C3PO. That's gonna hurt, isn't it? Because unlike, I relocated to the floor. Unlike him having no idea that Luke and Leia exist, he obviously remembered building it. Oh my god, that's gonna be so touching. What's in there? Oh, that's unsettling. Watch my last video. I mentioned how the movies kept reminding me of other things, even though I understand that these came first. This is very Toy Story 3. But again, I understand this came first. So Toy Story 3 was very Star Wars in that scene. Oh my god, I love him truly. Okay, enemies to lovers, work. They meet again. Was his lightsaber red in the last movie? No, it wasn't, right? Even in the final battle that they have, like their duel, pretty sure it's not red there either. This fight scene seems so weak in comparison to the last one. Hold up, we gotta replay this because a lightsaber should not take him apart. Like, this makes me believe this, he was not killed here. So that no is like, you're being... Wait. No, they don't die like that from a lightsaber. He teleported elsewhere. That's what it has to be. There's no way. There was also like a smile there. This is very... I'm about to become a Obi-Wan is still alive conspiracy theorist. The same way I'm a Bobby Nash is still alive conspiracy theorist. It's not gone yet. Trust. Believe. Don't take my yawns as me being bored. I just didn't drink coffee this morning. I should go make myself a nice coffee. It seems like these that feel very much like a set and like a green screen. But it's fine. I can appreciate it. Still, they just made it into hyperspace, whatever that means. The only hyperspace I know is when they put the overlay over Space Mountain. But that's about it. I won't lie, the amount of like little creatures and droids and stuff, machines we've had in the last couple movies, seeing a bunch of people in like this previous scene, so many humans, was quite jarring. Boom! Start the celebration! Clapping, clapping, are you clapping? I'm clapping. Yay! Please don't kiss. Oh! Oh my god, they had me worried there for a second. R2, no! Poor guy. Your medals, boys! Ooh. Okay, the end. We're done. I just watched Star Wars A New Hope for the first time, and that feels like a big moment. I did decide to watch in chronological order, so this is movie 4 for me. So it was really nice to see old faces and new faces. Big fan of Leia. Han Solo's probably my favorite character, and I fear I'm going to say something controversial. Don't hate me. I found Chewbacca to be annoying. I think he was supposed to be like comic relief, but it's just not my humor. So I found him kind of annoying. If you would have told me before I started the series that some of my favorite characters would be these two little robots, I would not have believed you. I found the beginning of this movie to be very interesting because it both starts like very quickly but also very slow in some ways, and I could see people having issues with the pacing, but I found it to be very enjoyable as like an introduction to the world and also to these characters. And I don't know if it's because I already had a connection to the world that made me feel that way, but I did. Meeting Vader, like OG Vader, and in this entire movie, it was so interesting to me because I think in my head, whenever I pictured this character, he seemed so much scarier and so much like, I don't know, like he kind of gave sassy. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but there's something about like Star Wars to me reminds me of my childhood, although I didn't ever watch them. But like the prequel series came out when I was a kid, and like there was like Lego sets and stuff coming out, and like whenever I see him, I think of a Lego. So I think of a Lego, and I think that makes him less scary in my head, okay? And I understand how stupid that sounds because he's blowing up literal planets and ending entire civilizations. And I'm like, but he's not that scary though. Like, he's kind of giving Lego. Topic of Vader, him and Obi-Wan's fight scene, which like my reaction to it is in the playlist if you want to see it. But like, I thought it was so underwhelming. Like, it's such a lame duel after having seen the duels in the prequels. I was like, pass. Also, am I supposed to believe he's dead? Because I quite frankly don't, because I've seen lightsabers literally slice limbs off. But like when Vader like whacks Obi-Wan, he disintegrates and like vanishes and like disappears, and like that makes no sense to me. Okay, so he's probably alive, he's just elsewhere. I'm probably entirely wrong. Don't tell me if I am, by the way. I had previously ranked the movies as 1, Revenge of the Sith, 2, Attack of the Clones, and 3, The Phantom Menace. And ooh, would I give the second one? I give it third. I think I'm gonna put this one at number 3 because I did like it and I'm excited to see where the series goes. Genuinely like the characters minus Chewie. Okay, don't hate him. Just could use less of him, truly. And then one thing that really surprised me was them blowing up the Death Star. Like, to me in my head, whenever I kind of knew that happened. Like, I feel like that's one of those things that I just kind of knew was a thing. I envisioned it being like the big ending in the third movie, not in the first. So now I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Like, there's 2 more movies to go, and they're both Probably, because the other ones have been over 2 hours. So, like, I'm intrigued. And we click. This is a great change of scenery. Well, Luke just got snatched by a Yeti, and now we're here. Oh my god, just kiss already. He just cut off a Yeti's arm with a lightsaber. That was very impressive. But I am curious about the science here because they are in a cold place. So, like, does that mean you have to put a little bit extra force to cut off a limb? Also, it can't be too hot because not everything, like ice, because they're in like icy, snowy climate, would melt around. I think I'm thinking too much into this. I'm sure someone will explain to me the science in the comments. Please do. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god, he about to be fucking dead. The droids are splitting up again, and you know what? Again, that makes me so incredibly sad. Y'all better not shut him down. They better not touch R2 either. Okay, he seems to be alright. He just saw the back of his head for the first time. Homie's still bald. I guess the fire burnt every hair follicle in existence. He had such nice hair too. Truly a tragedy. Ah, special guest appearance. Look who's back. Back again. That's a technology because he's so much creepier in this version than he was in the prequels. Well, follow him. He's gonna take you to him. I love that he's just kind of like fucking around with him right now. Where is he gonna take him? This is, oh my god, not right now. I'm absolutely eating that ship up, by the way. The Anakin Luke familial dynamic just got revealed. Oh my god. The emotions this dude must be feeling right. I'm feeling. Oh my god. He will join us or die. Oh my god. But there can only be two, can there not? Yeah, he won't be one of us. He'll be one of our bitches, which is, I guess, a possibility. I haven't really been recording because I've been deeply invested. Oh my god. I was just suddenly reminded that I had to pick up my phone, that this was a reaction to stuff I was doing. No fucking way. Is this... Are we gonna see his face? Oh. That, in fact, was not real. The slow motion I was gonna mention, but I was a little shook. Now that makes more sense, I think. This guy had me worried there for a second. Should I trust him? Is this a setup? What do you mean by no, there is another and he is not our last hope? Is this in reference to Leia? Or is there... No. Okay, so he was not to be trusted. He's gonna be alright, right? Like that... I can't do this right now. He just feels like a character who would live 3 movies, right? Like he just feels like a character that would make it to all 3 movies and then maybe like tragically killed in the 3rd. So I'm gonna live in denial for right now and say that he's gonna be totally fine. He has to be. Something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna stop it. Okay or not? I guess not. I just realized I'm way too zoomed in. He's alive! He survived it! Oh, perfect! Perfect! I was worried. So this is about to be good. There's a chance to save Han. Take it! Take it! Now! You better not be a backstabber again. Am I about to get to the famous I am your father line? Wow, I've waited my whole life for this. Okay, so this is where it happens. I've seen that scene before. His hand just fucking came off. Oh my god, twins, for real. Oh, we're here. Dun dun dun. Oh my god, I had no clue. What? What a plot twist. No fucking way. Dude, you could have just said yes, gone off the ledge, and then backtracked. Now where is he? He's getting such a real looking hand. Damn, technology has really advanced from Anakin's hand. And that's the end. See you next time. And she is officially done with episode 5. Again, TikTok was being rude and deleted like 3 clips. Like that, and then just like the movie in general. Starting off with the planets, Hoth and Sky City, I think were some of the most interesting planets to me. It felt different. I appreciate that because something that I worried was that the planets were kind of going to all mush together, and that hasn't happened yet. Some of the names I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest with that, but I do know that they're different. one of the things that got cut from my reaction was the Luke and Leia kiss. What? I wonder truly, like, we're in the writing process of these, because obviously these came before the prequel. Was that not like planned? Is that something they came up with later, like during the third movie, and then they were like, well, but also like, then why include it? Why include it when you? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait to see how I feel about that. I guess love triangles always sell, so maybe that's why they did it. But like, the topic of that love triangle on the other side, I guess these two, I really do like them. I do think like the "I love you" came out of nowhere. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But I enjoy them. I'm still kind of confused on Obi-Wan because he like just literally vanished, like gave Luke like a sly little smile and then vanished. Um, is he dead? Is he in another realm? Um, I don't know. I'm still not 100% clear on that, to be honest, because I'm like, he's not dead, guys. He's not dead. Like he didn't look dead because there's no body, and in my head, no body equals no death. I've mentioned this before, but Yoda in this movie kind of gave creepy. His voice also sounded different than what I remembered it being. On the topic of voices, Darth Vader's voice also not as deep as I originally expected it to be, and that was kind of throwing me off a little bit too. I was expecting more from the Jedi training, like it felt very quick, but I guess they didn't have much time. Maybe Luke is just that gifted, and I'm underestimating the guy. Thing that I would like more clarification on, and maybe like the third movie will do it, or I'll have to Google it. But when Palpatine is talking to Vader and is like, "Oh yeah, Luke is Anakin's kid," it makes it sound like he doesn't know that he's Anakin, unless he's like using his dead name to be like, "That's not you anymore. When you were born, Anakin went." But that doesn't seem. I could get what they're going for there, and I get that the big reveal was happening after, like, oh, this is Anakin, he is Luke's father. But I don't know. I was also told by a friend that Darth, no, maybe Vader, one of the two, means father in German, and that some people were like, oh, we knew he was gonna be his father because it's German for father. I not known the "Luke, I am your father" line, which Mandela effect is apparently "No, I am your father." I did know that Mandela effect. I would have not known that because I don't fucking know German, so shout out to the Germans for being one step ahead of us, I guess. This movie also did feel a lot greater and like a lot grander. 3 years in between, so like technology advanced. And also like it now had a following, so they would put more money behind it. But I mentioned that in the previous movie, some of the scenes felt like they were on a soundstage. This felt more like you were back in the world the same way that it felt while watching the prequels. I'd appreciate the losing of Han Solo. I really thought we were going to lose him there for a second. And I feel like this scene would have been a lot more emotional to me if I didn't hear a grating, agitating voice the entire time. I get that him and Chewie are tight and I was supposed to feel compassion. I felt annoyance. I'm so sorry. Iconic scene. Fight a lot better than the last movie. You know what? It feels funny to critique this because it is possibly the most famous scene in like cinematic history. I mentioned this when Palpatine was talking to Vader, and then I didn't mention it again. But Palpatine says like he will join us, aka Luke, or he will die, as in like he will be one of our bitches. But in Vader's offer, it's basically like you kill Palpatine, we rule the galaxy. Like I said this with Padme, enticing offer, and but also it like adds an extra level of like, oh my god, he's so like he just wants a family. He just wants to rule with someone he cares about, and that like I understand evil bad guy, but like this is the second time he's offering this to someone in his family, and then be like, nah, fam. I'm about to start episode 6 in like 10 minutes, like when I'm done filming and editing this. Things I'm like the most interested to know, to see, to experience, like what happens to Han and like Lando by extension. I want to know the Leia is Darth Vader's daughter reveal, because I feel like that has potential to be very interesting. And then I don't know how Luke defeats Vader at the end, which I find shocking. Like the fact that I don't know that, unless I like do and I just forgot that I did. And then is Obi-Wan really dead? The trilogy's gonna finish and I'm just gonna be like, guys, he's alive. I'm sure there's stuff I'm blanking on at the moment. Like I really should write down notes, but I don't. But yeah, like how does the Empire get destroyed? How do the rebels win? What is the conclusion of this? Because also it's a sequel trilogy. Like something else has to go bad. But like they probably didn't know that when they did these first 3 movies. I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait and see. I am watching Star Wars Return of the Jedi for the first time. I have high expectations. I hope they are met. Turning to Jabba the Hutt as a gangster is kind of funny. Okay, the Death Star has been rebuilt. So maybe my original idea of the Death Star being destroyed in movie 3 makes sense now. Look, there it is. I won't lie though, the clip from the original movie is the one that I had seen and I thought happened here. Emperor's coming, that has been announced. He looks so adult now. How much time happened in between? What? He just gave him away. This is a trap. This is a plan. I don't believe this. How forward indeed. So many of these characters are just giving me the ick. Am I watching like machine torture? Do they have nerve endings? Are they sentient beings? I now have a performance going. Okay. Another member joins the party. Okay, I feel more convinced that this is some sort of trap. Ah, we just got the mask reveal. Okay. Get why you would display him. I feel like having him out in the open is probably not the best move. People's egos really are the downfall to themselves. Oh, he's coming back. Who is it? Is it Luke? Is it Leia? Ah. Is he gonna be like, I know, again? By the way, still hasn't said it back. Ew, get a job. Stay away from her. Would I be horrible if I said I want this little piggy to be eaten? Because I do. Nom nom. You're gonna use a fucking bone. Really? I guess he does have limited resources. I probably shouldn't be such a hater. My apologies. He slowly digested over the course of 1,000 years does sound incredibly horrible. Didn't you die first though? Like of malnutrition? Dehydration? Boredom? Can they K-word themselves in there? Oh wow, his lightsaber's green now. Oh, Leia is an icon. Yes, choke him out. Oh, is he gonna be okay? I feel like a lot of people are gonna die in this movie. That's my feeling. Okay, but I guess he's not one of them. Okay, at least not now. Good. Good to know. Hello, Emperor. Kind of shocked they still want him to the dark side. I feel like after the last movie, they'd be like, ah, off with his head. He didn't want to be one of us. How dare he? But I guess not. Whoa, is Yoda dying in this movie? In my head, for some reason, Yoda was like immortal. They stay keeping secrets to BH. Are we getting the Leia reveal? Don't tell me he fucking dies right now. I'm just realizing this must have been like monumental at the time. Like I knew it because I watched the prequels first, but like they weren't out yet. Oh my god. Oh, he's vanishing too. He just disappeared like Obi-Wan did. Okay, Obi-Wan is in fact dead. I guess Jedi's just vanish as opposed to like their corpse remaining. It makes sense why I was confused though, okay? I'm not dumb, I promise. A certain point of view, have y'all learned nothing? You guys keep lying to these people, like the younger Jedis, and then are like, oh my god, why do you guys not trust this entirely? Like this happened with Anakin too. Let's be serious. Leia's my sister. Your inside serves you well. Yeah, she is. He's like, oh my god, I kissed her that one time. It's really dumb and unimportant, but it's in a commercial, so let's ponder. Do they have birthdays in this world? Like, did it ever come up like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius. Oh my god, me too. When's your birthday? Probably not. Probably not. They were probably busy trying to defeat evil, but... Or maybe they were given fake birthdays. Like, it reminds me of, like, Tangled and how Mother Gothel was really stupid for never telling Rapunzel, like, a fake date. She was like, oh, yeah, they send these lanterns on your birthday. Like, come on, be a better villain. Dang, it's back together. Oh my god, hi, sister! Kind of odd seeing them in a different ship, though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you see them through the glass, that was... Not a fan. On the secret spy mission, and you bring the anxious guy, aka C3PO, and then loud-ass Chewbacca. This is gonna go poorly. Right? There's like an hour and a half left. It has to. Okay, I did not expect him to be the one that makes this go bad. Yeah, here we are. Okay. Maybe this was part of the plan. I'm getting Twilight running through the woods. This green screen effect is not the greatest. Get on my back, spider monkey. One of them just like hit a tree, and I was about to make a comment about how they keep looking to the side and looking back and they're not hitting a tree, which I find to be very unrealistic because they say you can't like text and drive because you're not looking at the road, but they're going at like 100 miles per hour having full conversations looking to the side, and I'm supposed to believe they're not going to hit a tree? I call unrealistic. Looks like a large teddy bear. Oh, not as cute as I expected his face to be. It's speaking Ewok, and I feel like I've heard that before. I don't think that's how I pronounce it, but I've heard that word before. Never knew what they looked like. Is the Ewok gonna come through? Yes! Shout out Ewokis. Two things really interesting. He just referred to Luke as my son, whereas before it was like, oh, that's Anakin's son. Two, that he could feel him, so it means Luke must feel him too. And if this is some like connection there, because Luke can also like telecommunicate with Leia, does that mean he can feel Leia too? Or is it like out of sight, out of mind? He doesn't know that there's more than one kid. So therefore, no. Okay, Luke is 100% going to defeat Vader, but now I'm like, does Vader maybe like sacrifice himself for Luke? Kill Palpatine? R2 always comes through. Where would y'all be without him? For real. Point that thing somewhere else. It's such a funny thing to say when he's completely surrounded. Is this one of the languages he can understand? Didn't he mention that there's like 4 million or something like that earlier? And now they're bowing. I don't know what is happening. Do they think he's like the supreme leader, or they're weirded out too? He does speak it. Oh, 6 million, not 4 million. My bad, my bad. I underestimated him. Why are they kind of giving rotisserie chicken? Oh, I love this. They really should be using their Jedi levitating skills way more often. I was about to say, like, why hasn't he said anything? But I guess I'm kind of busy. And he's yours too. Oh my god, no way. You have a sister? Oh, what do you mean I know? Even when y'all kissed? Y'all knew that? That almost makes it worse. Okay, so he's gonna try to turn him back to the good side. See, that I see that as a possibility now. I think prior to like 30 minutes ago, I didn't see that as an option. Things are about to get very interesting. I'll gag him again. Was Anakin's green? I don't remember. So if he feeds into his anger, he's becoming more his servant. So like, is he supposed to like defeat him with kindness? There's no way you don't kill him because you need to finish the series somehow. And it needs to be him to do it or not. It just doesn't make sense. I guess, unless Vader kills Palpatine and then like surrenders, which could be where this is going. I don't like this. He's gonna be okay? Question mark. Oh. Something that feels very silly about this whole fight sequence, but I kind of love it. Like, yeah, the adorable little creatures are winning. Okay, she just got shot. I know people cry with these movies. Is she gonna die? What? Okay. Woo! Let's see it. Chewie, I've never been this excited to see you. This is already so much better than the last two movies. Oh, we love improvements. I just realized he's wearing black. Like, is that symbolic of something? Because he doesn't turn. No, there's no way. But, like, toying with darkness? How much time is left, actually? Okay, there's 26 minutes. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, no! Especially for... I forgot that he didn't know. She will, dun dun dun. Wow, the love of family prevails. Or whatever. But also, like, kind of rooted him to not give Leia the option, right? Like, Luke's like, no, she won't. Like, what if she wanted to? Maybe third time's a charm. Maybe the third person he asked would have actually joined him. And his robo hand is gone too. He's like, oh my god, I see wires. You have a wired hand too? Wait, take his place. Does this mean Vader's dead? Does that just how Vader dies? It was that quick? That simple? Anticlimactic. Okay, no, he's not dead. He's still alive. That makes more sense, because I was about to say, that was really lame. I think I did say that was really lame. Can you survive electric currents? I'm sure he can, but I don't think you're supposed to. Dorothy, do something. Whack him. Or just fucking stand there, I guess. Papa! Papa! I feel like I'm not taking this seriously as people probably wanted me to. Oh my god, dude, do something. This is going on for far too long. Okay, I don't think he dies. So, like, something's gotta happen, right? Unless he does die. That's the plot twist. No. No. Something's gonna happen here. Yeah. No. Is he electrocuting himself? Oh, there he goes. Down, 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 buddy. For a second, I forgot this whole plot was happening. I was so invested in the other one. I forgot this was still going on. Oh, are we able to see his face? He dies without the mask? But he's been without the mask that one time that they were like putting it on. Is this like the iron lung? Like he cannot exist without it? Big reveal. He kind of looks like an egg. Okay, he better go. I feel like if him and Leia don't have a conversation post this moment, her being one of the twins feels very stupid and like underutilized. Like, are we acting like he didn't torment her this whole time too? Ah, there she is. There's the reference. That's it. That's all Leia gets. Damn. Okay, bye, bitch. Oh, girl, he leaving. Was I supposed to be sad? Because I'm not really. Death Star destroyed a second time. I need them all to start cheering. Yay! He's like, why can you feel it? Oh, by the way, I haven't told you. Just a tad bit jelly, is he? He too was like, didn't you guys kiss that one time? Considering what happened, I feel like burning him is kind of rude. This is the second time being burned. Also, like, he's mostly plastic and metal. Like, this could not be a pleasant smell in the slightest. I love seeing all the civilizations celebrating. I would love to be a part of this. We love a celebration. All three of them. Was this put after, like, they didn't have casting for Anakin. I wonder how they did this. Aww. Okay, the end. Round of applause. Standing ovation. So I finished Return of the Jedi. I can't believe I'm officially done with both the original series and the prequels, and I just have the sequel series to go. Up with the rescue mission, I really liked that it wasn't too easy. Like, for moments there, I was really like, okay, we might lose a character or two here. Like, how will they get out of this? And I've mentioned this before. Like, Star Wars is such a big part of the culture that there are certain things that I knew or names that I recognized. The name, I don't know what just happened. What? Should I go check? Anyways, the name Jabba the Hutt. I had heard that phrase before. I didn't know that it was a name. I thought it was like Jabba was a person and the Hutt. I don't even know what I thought. I think if you would have told me, like, what do you think Jabba the Hutt looks like? This is not what I would have pictured, personally. I also saw the death of Yoda, and now, because I had mentioned the sequel series, I feel like you need a Yoda in the sequel, right? Like, is he brought back to life? Did he have an offspring we don't know of? Yoda Jr., something. I know there's Baby Yoda, but I think Baby Yoda's in the Mandalorian, question mark? But I think that's a prequel. Regardless, I pointed this out during when I was watching it too. The Jedi Council, or in this case, Yoda and Obi-Wan, really love to keep secrets and then be like, but it wasn't a secret though. I didn't lie. I didn't tell you the truth explicitly, but like if you read in between the lines, you would understand. Like, no wonder Anakin flipped the second someone let him in, because like, you guys do not give the most welcoming, trusting energy. They're truly lucky that Luke isn't petty, because I feel like if it was a different person, they might just like join the dark side out of spite. Andor and with the Ewoks, I truly don't think that they were going to be that instrumental in this final battle. It was kind of cute. It was fun. It was a little silly and it was enjoyable. Them thinking C3PO was a god and then being like, yes, you will worship. Oh my god, you have magic. I enjoyed. Now, what I didn't enjoy, and I am very underwhelmed with, is the whole Leia is Vader's daughter. Because it feels like they just threw it in last minute, and like, what do you mean that after she finds out, she never has a single conversation with him again? What do you mean that's not like touched on? Like, that is... They lost because, okay, when Vader finds out that he has a second kid, for a moment he's like, well, if I can't have you, I'll get Leia to come to the dark side. Like, you know, people have their heir and their spare. When your heir is not useful, you hit up the spare. But those two do not interact at all after this is revealed. And I feel like there's a lack of closure there for both the characters. And then, like, I was dissatisfied because it just feels... it feels lazy. I'm sorry I'm critiquing this, but I am. Because it truly does feel like they added it in the third movie and we're like, well, that seems like something cool. Plot twist. But it's like, was it really thought out? Because she says, I've always known, as if she didn't kiss him. What? It really doesn't add much to any of the characters. Because Vader's like, oh, my son, Luke, I want to die in your arms. And then tell the other one, I guess, what's up. Like, that's truly what it feels like. So, like, either... the reveal has to happen sooner, like before the last time the two of them interact, like in the last movie. Or Leia has to somehow end up here, like I know she's on a whole ass other planet having her own stuff going on. Or like that just shouldn't have been written in. Also, I do get that the message in this movie is like familial love. Love can conquer all. Redemption. The love between a father and a son. All of that. I get it. But I do think the switch happens rather quickly. I understand that like there's only so much that they could have done, like emotional wise, with like micro expressions because the man has a literal mask on the entire time. I get that. But I do think I would have wanted more. And also, like, his death felt a little anticlimactic, too. Because, like, here's the thing. Luke gets fucking kapowed multiple times. Like, the electricity in this dude is crazy. And then Vader gets a little bit, and suddenly he's like, ah. Could it be because he touched, like, the metal part? Like, what was it, like a radiator? Could it be because he's mostly made of metal? Sure. I don't fully understand the science here. I would have wanted more. Like, it makes sense in some ways that, like, Luke didn't actually, like, strike him down with the lightsaber. Because then he'd be feeding into that darkness. But kind of whack. And my cry count is still at 0, but if there was a moment that was gonna get me, it probably would have been this. Because, okay, Obi-Wan and Yoda showing up was one thing. When I saw Anakin, I'm also really interested to see if, like, was he added, like, after, like, 2004, 2005? Maybe in the original version, it was just them two. Maybe it was, like, in his Vader suit. Perhaps it was like a random man. I don't know. But I loved this. I truly did think it was a very nice ending. Now, because I have finished episode 6, I'm going to do another ranking. So Revenge of the Sith is still my number 1. I would say The Empire Strikes Back is 2. Attack of the Clones is 3. A New Hope is probably 4. With Return of the Jedi being 5. Even though I feel like these two could be interchangeable. And then the 6th place would be The Phantom Menace. I wonder if I were to like rewatch this now, my opinions of it would change. Because I now understand the world a little bit better and the characters, and there's like that emotional attachment. So that's totally possible. But as of now, I think this is what I'm punching in. And then I will start the sequel series in a couple days. So expect that video in like 2 to 3 days. I know a lot of people don't like it. I feel like I could because I don't have that like sentimental attachment to the original and the prequel trilogy. Because of like my childhood. It's not like this is not othered in my head and I'm watching it all together. So we'll see how it goes.